Childhood obesity.
And that is commonly heard throughout society. To define obesity in United States children, the Center for Disease Control and Prevention assembled growth charts that define percentile distribution. BMI is expressed by weight to height ratio. So here is a graph, and it shows that if you're above the 95 percentile, you're overweight, and between the 85 and 94 percentiles, you're at risk for being overweight, and so on. Huner and Maurer states that childhood obesity has reached epidemic proportions worldwide. Approximately 155 million school-age kids were overweight or obese. The AOA gives examples of risk factors associated with obesity. They are asthma, type 2 diabetes, hypertension, orthopedic complications, psychological defects such as negative body image and eating disorders, and sleep apnea. And here's a graph that shows the rise in diabetes in obese children. The frequency of daily meals has been associated with being overweight, says Morano and Rodriguez. Obese children eat less at breakfast, miss breakfast more frequently, and consume a higher percent of energy at dinner. So make sure your children eat breakfast. Breakfast provides energy for learning and listening at school. Skipping breakfast can leave your child hungry, tired, and looking for less healthy food later in the day. Another possible risk factor for child being overweight is to eat alone without the company of family or supervision. Eating supper in front of the television several times in a week increases the risk of being overweight. So plan healthy meals and eat together as a family. Eating together at mealtimes helps children to enjoy a variety of foods. Sugar-sweetened beverages is also a factor of overweight and obese children. Berkeley et al. Found that the largest source of added sugar in the United States diet is soft drinks. In one study of 5th and 6th graders, Krebs found that 51% of beverages consumed were sweetened beverages. Many non-nutritious foods are also accompanied by sweetened beverages. For example, many people drink pop with pizza and fast food. And here's the graph of obese children that consume more than 3 servings of soda a day. And you can see here from 14 to 18 years, 52% of boys. Reno and Rodriguez state that the frequency and the amount of fast food consumed by children is increasing due to big portion sizes, cheap food, the attractiveness, and the easy access to restaurants. Butcher et al. Found that 64% of students ate fast food restaurants 1 to 3 times a week. The excess amount of fast food consumed is taking the place of nutritious foods for children and causing them to gain weight more than ever. So when you do visit a fast food restaurant, encourage your family to eat healthy. Provide options such as salads with low-fat dressing or small sandwiches without cheese and mayo. Portion sizes of food are increasing comparably to the rise in obesity. The proportion of food that children consume from restaurants and fast food outlets has increased by nearly 300%. So start with small servings and let your child ask for more if he or she is still hungry. Let children serve themselves. It is reported that children that serve themselves consume 25% less food. Increased physical activity enhances daily performance, promotes bone formation, and maintains weight, and prevents risk factors of cardiovascular disease. Good physical activity patterns established in a person's childhood are more likely to continue into adulthood and create a healthy lifestyle. Krebs found that many children and adolescents do not meet the recommended physical activity levels. Here's a graph that shows that the children that meet the vigorous activity level, the moderate activity level, and the insufficient, and then no activity at all. Kids need about 60 minutes of activity a day. Set a good example. Encourage your child to do sports or join classes and be active together as a family. Television watching, video games, and computers are becoming children's most popular pastimes. Anderson found that 26% of United States children watch more than 4 hours of television a day. Also, each meal while watching television has been associated with 38 to 73 more minutes of television watching. Here is a graph that shows percentage of obese children and the numbers of hours they watch TV. Powell concluded that television advertising influences increased food consumption. Children that are exposed to television advertising is significantly related to being overweight. Here's the advertisement, and you can see that the fast food advertisement, 15%, and 44% of the fast food advertising is McDonald's and Burger King, and the beverages and snacks and other restaurants make up a good portion of the advertisement. Children and adolescents are an important market for advertisers, such that children are estimated to directly influence $330 billion of parental spending. So it involves the whole family in making a healthy lifestyle. A change in children's daily lives need to happen to overcome obesity. Children are our future, and we should make the difference. Okay.
This is a closer look at my visual aid. This is a chart of BMI percentiles. Here is the overweight, which is above the 95 percentile. At risk for being overweight is between the 85 and 94 percentile. This is a graph that shows the rise in diabetes. It's taken from Children's Hospital in Arkansas for youth ages 8 to 21. This is a chart showing the rise in obesity among United States children. It goes by their ages 2 to 5, 6 to 11, and 12 to 19 through the year 1976 to 2006. This is the chart of the exposure to food advertisement, and it shows that fast food is 15% of advertisement, non-fast food restaurants 7, and we got snacks and beverages, and altogether this makes up a large portion of the overall food advertisement. This graph shows the percent of children who consume more than 3 servings of soft drinks per day. It goes by the males, which are blue, and females are green. And you can see that ages 14 to 18, that the males, about 52% of males, consume 3 servings of soft drink per day. This is the relationship between overweight children and daily screen watching. Here are the different hours of screen watching and the percent of children that are overweight and watch that many hours of TV. And this is the last chart. It's of the physical activity that are met by students from 9th to 12th grade.